I just don't know what to do because the audio is chopped up. It gives me that dumb. I swear, being poor is. I feel that maybe this is my punishment. I think it is. So many universes is probably my punishment, and I don't know how long I gotta put up with it. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Because now the stream is working because for some reason it's lagging. Because I see that dumb bar again because I can barely see myself clearly. If it's not working, then I'm gonna. I don't know when I'm gonna. Um, you can still hear me, right? Or Dumbo. Why is my map look like this? Yeah, so that means a lot. I guess that's just because other have mentioned multiple times that other channels are doing so good. You can still hear me. That's good because I thought it was lagging again. Oh, okay, it's working your end, so I'm glad that I was about to just get another meltdown again. I saw that guy. I guess because I'm jealous because he's attractive, right? That one that did the mom law, the font destination one, because it went viral. It's a good video, and I don't know. Plus, damn it, I swear, when I see channels like that, it just makes me wish I didn't have social anxiety or being autistic. I don't know why. It feels that it's a death sentence. It is because I hesitate a lot, and people would view my videos away so quickly. That's why people are not interested. But even though people don't view his videos all the way, it's only half his video. YouTube is strange. I guessing, I guessing I don't always need to have amazing editing just to keep people interested. Right? It just sucks that it lags like this in my end. But as long as it works, that's all I care right now. Also, me and Tam, we've been doing our best just to keep sending him pills on Twitter, and it's yeah. I just want my channel back already. The reason why I've been really frustrated is because my mother had to go back to work. She just got back, and she won't be back home until tomorrow evening. So my mother, she basically is not getting she's not getting sleep. I don't know how my mother is still the only rest she's been getting is naps. I don't know how my mother, especially for her age, is I gotta watch a YouTuber that won't make me jealous, or I'm gonna think about cutting my wrist again. Um, I know it's just it feels that I feel that I don't. It's yeah, Dumbo, you have it. I understand. It's just you. It's that still YouTube is America's Got Talent. You gotta be a certain person and having certain humor, or you won't go through. Right? It's like that on YouTube, and I lost. I feel that why should I keep going then? If that makes sense. I haven't. I've even been trying to keep commenting on other music videos. Well, I haven't in the past 2 days because it wasn't doing anything. I was hoping I did spam because that's the only thing I can do, but it's not helping. The thing is, so it's okay. Let me to explain. That's not true. Partly, not everyone. What I mean by that, there are people that get by their looks, or they get by because they have experience knowing how to use computers and coding, right? They don't start from the bottom. They don't. They have their friends. Let's just say they have a friend that's popular, right? And then they would share their channel. I get where you're coming from, but you gotta understand this. I know this seems you don't have to agree with me. I understand that. It's just this is how I say it by experience. Think about TikTok, right? There are some people out there that they get thousands of followers because of their looks. True though. Someone made a video of it, and I don't want to bring up race to this, but let's just say that if you are an attractive white girl that has brunette hair, people are going to immediately follow you. But let's just say if you are a bland brown girl, no one's going to care. You don't have to believe me. Trust me, I've seen it. People do care about looks. They do. I don't, but I'm the minority. People just don't want to see it. It's the same way that money doesn't matter. If that was the case, then why do so many people end up homeless and then we have a lot of yeah, so it's too late. It's too late. I won't get there one day. It's too late. I'm so sorry if I sound harsh because I just feel that I did everything I don't know why I didn't die by suicide yet. I do not know why. Well, there's only a few solace. Yes, I do agree with you. But the thing is, though, why how do you hear about them? Why? That's the funny part. It's always the attractive ones. Honestly, the funny thing is, I did see a few unattractive YouTubers. They don't get views afterwards, but the attractive one or hot ones, they do for some odd reason. I don't know. I do not know why though. It is too late. It is. Honestly, if that's the case, then we would have. It's a race, so it is. I do appreciate you saying this, but I'm not the what is it? I'm pessimistic because people think you're dreaming, and I guess they're right. It is too late. You can only do things a certain age. You shouldn't even go to school at the age of 80. You should just die in your retirement home. I don't think old people should even be in college then. Sorry, that's I do have psychosis. I do. I'm self-diagnosed myself that. Yeah, I understand. See, that's why I agree that suicide should be legal. Oh, come on. Really? I want to watch. Oh, man. I kind of want to watch it. I always feel that we should be our own country. Oh, my gosh. Jacksonville is the most boring city in the country. Interesting. See, the thing is, Solis, I do think about suicide because it's so funny people say it's selfish, but no one would care that exist. So honestly, I don't know. At least when I'm dead, I will be free. I know people say you're good at, well, I'm not missing anything. Plus, the thing is, people should be first to be alive. That's just not right. Okay, there is this adorable girl. She's black. She looks average. She made a. It's so weird. Okay, some of her videos they get a lot of views, but some of them don't. She got one that's 70,000, and then another one that's barely 800. Why is it like that? She made a video because I put up my suggestions, right? Stop pretending like you care. Let's rant. It's a long name too. Um, Nintendo video game influencers. Oh, I'm gonna agree with this video, right? I want to make sure for the team's time. I wonder what number that is. I do not hate any of these creators. I watch all of them at some point. At the end of the day, I just don't like when people are distinct. I can't pronounce that word. And call question people's decision making. I'm allowed to disagree with that. On another important note, uh, you lost your the pronoun stuff. Basic. I mean, I respect people's pronouns. Of course I do. So I'm guessing in this video though, she's talking about why these creators. You know what? I wanted to say something because maybe this video. It's so weird it popped up. I think what I'm sorry, but I can't respect people that are really popular and attractive. If they die the next day, I just don't care. I know that's mean of me. Maybe it's because I'm so distant from them. I don't care if the humans are the same. We don't. Why do people keep saying that? Why? I don't know what my blood type is. If that was the case, then we'd be able to donate blood to other people that need it. People need to shut up with that. I'm sorry, we're not the same. It's not equal. If that's the case, then why is there racism? Why do wars keep happening then? People need to shut up with that. We're not the same. Are dogs the same? No, they're not. Siberian Huskies, Chihuahuas, Greyhounds. People need to stop saying that. It bothers the hell out of me. Also, oh, that's right. So you're not a mod on this channel, right? Because the other, right, because the thing is, we're so divided, right? We're so divided. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. If that's the case, why did I keep getting, let's just say, racially profiled or mistreated just because I don't have a fancy setup, right? People see much differently if I have a good camera. If I look good on camera, right? But since literally people are not going to care, then you'd be surprised. That's why people don't like to come in this channel because they only care about appearances. It still is. It's hard. It is hard because you always would see it in front of your face. It's difficult, honestly. I get that. Trust me. That's why when I see some of these popular YouTubers, I avoid them like the Black Plague because I'm gonna hate saying this. Mr. Beast should have been born. That sounds mean, isn't it? But I'm being honest. I heard about it on Reddit, and I keep hearing, especially I don't watch him. Well, I did in the past. Jack Skepticeye. He's true. He's being honest. I'm thinking if that man, if his mother were a damn condom, we wouldn't be in this problem. As Stanley would say, I guess one person does make a difference. Enough said. And apparently he made a difference for the worse. I don't care to say he's the aggro and whatnot. I'm sorry. This is nothing to do with his race and whatnot. I do not like that man. I don't. People are going to give me pitchforks. I feel awful for children like him now. Because honestly, I think he makes things worse. I think he does. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. It reminds me of Calico Boss. You get all these people are just, think about it. Mr. Beast is basically Satan. He kind of, well, at least Satan may have a good heart, though, but not that type of Satan. Well, maybe I'm thinking about the one from Hotel, but it's like that, right? And then I am in basically one of the ones that are struggling down here. And I want to be in Solus's level because of how he basically wants to speak up for him. Honestly, it's so ironic. At least we're all going to die at some point. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm not lovey-dovey and that I'm not a great YouTuber. Okay, when you struggle with mental health issues, when you use their past, that you're done. The reason why I don't like Mr. Beast because I remember that he got arrested for speeding. Right? People forgot about that. Yes, people make awful mistakes. Well, Marcus Brownlee, he's beat himself. I'm sorry, but some of these people wonder why some of these large YouTubers ended up being rapists or abusing their girlfriend. Mac, I'm thinking no, not the Mac. The really my connection's unstable. Whatever. The severe ick because they don't really show themselves. Okay, when those four boys came over, I probably would have. I would have taken my own life if they didn't knock our door that day. I'm glad that address. Because if I didn't had anyone, I probably would have been in a hospital or mistreated and been dead. Literally. This is why I care about popularity. Because I want to speak up for the ones that don't have their voices heard. Right? I know that I have nothing to offer on this earth. Okay. I'm not an inventor. I'm not a president. Okay. I'm not good looking on TikTok. I'm just a regular person that doesn't have unique features. Honestly, I know I'm nothing. I'm not. I don't know how I'm still alive. I don't know. They say everyone's unique. No, we're not. If that was the case, then we wouldn't have the Guinness World Records, right? Those are unique people or people of extreme heights, right? I'm sorry. People need to shut up and saying that we mean we're unique. No, people need to stop saying that. If that's the case, look at Japan. Okay, everyone is almost is everyone's practically the same because they're homogeneous. People don't get this. But yet again, Japan is unique their own way. It's just that the people themselves they look the same because they are right. Look at African countries; they're the same. People need to stop saying they're all fuck off. Okay, literally. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense. Dumbo, I just want to say you're not ugly to me. Yeah, and yeah, Juan is calling Jack. Yeah. So it's, that is true. That is true. I get that about looks only get you so far. The problem is though, why do people with looks get by so easily? See, I want to share this. Like, think about a Nintendo console, right? Um, wait, actually, I want to look up what she says. Wait, hold on. I really appreciate Scott the Woz at times like these. He knew he was gaining it. He was honest about it. Then he got another console and Mario Kart just to give to it. Oh, that's nice. So Children's Hospital and play with them for. I wish I can go to Children's Hospital. I always wonder how it's like up there. He didn't hype up the hate. He didn't go up his way to dissuade his watchers from buying or not buying. I'm not a fan of him, but that's really sweet of him. Yeah, I wanted to say something. As someone that's poor, literally, I still remembered I had a really, really, really. I wish my mother filmed it though. I was playing with this sweet Mexican boy, right? And I think his mother was there too. We were playing some Mario game. I don't know what it was because my brother had to file taxes, and I don't know why. I could barely afford any game costs myself. And Dumbo, I'm so sorry to hear about the bad news. I am. I'm not sure if Stolas is still here. Yeah, just hear this video. I'm so sorry. Let me see because this video it went viral on her channel. I wish I could get a fucking Lion Maker, Jim Pop, EDP, BD Lat. Oh my gosh. Dr. Disrespect, Colleen Bancher, Chris Tyson. That just popped up my suggestions. They're all fucking awful people. And the funny thing is, they're all fucking popular. What a fucking coincidence. Anyway, they all could fucking a bridge. Parma language. Let me just play this video bit. It's kind of long. Actually, it is long, 22 minutes, and I'm okay. And she has the Sailor Moon sheet in the background. That's cute. Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna subscribe. So terrible for the people who cannot afford the price of the Switch too. I mean, it must be sad being so poor and not being able to play video games.
Even though the middle class exists and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're poor if you can't afford a place to switch to. It's so terrible for you guys. No, really, I do empathize with all the consumers that are complaining about this console. I mean, $80 games that are going to affect the overall industry of video games? It's ridiculous. I mean, it's awful. It's terrible. That's why I bought the Switch too.
Accurate. What she's showing is that some of these large YouTubers, she's this thing not to basically have hatred on them. They would say, "Oh, you know what? I feel so awful for the ones who are really poor because they can't afford accounts or they can't afford to basically pay their kids' groceries." But here, I actually have a game, Mario Kart 8, whatever, and I bought the Switch too. It's like that. It's hypocrite. It's I can't pronounce that word, right? This is accurate so far. I try not to because I have in my thoughts sometimes I wish that YouTubers could get cancer. I know that's mean of me because cancer runs my family, so they know how it fucking feels. So that isn't a trusted thought. I do have dark thoughts. I do. A lot of them. You know, I try.
I mean, it's my job, right? I have to fix this to you. Expect me to like sit with the rest of you groceries, did you? I can use this as a tax write-off, bro. Like, I don't even have to pay for this console at the end of the day. I don't know why you're mad at me. I just want to enjoy Mario Kart. I mean, like, I need my dopamine rush. Like, what are you guys getting upset with me for? I don't get it. You guys are mad that I convinced you guys.
I used to watch Arlo, the one that has the Elmo puppet. So I said that, but he's a good YouTuber. You know, I'm jealous of him because he gets a lot of views and he is so confident when he speaks. It's hard to describe how much respect I lost for Arlo for basically. I thought he's a great YouTuber. He complained about the prices, acknowledged all of the anti-consumer practices, um, went and bought one anyway, and then within weeks made a video complaining about the discourse as if Nintendo haven't been burning goodwill with the fans for years since it's come out. All he's done is for corporation defending them. Oh, Arlo, no. On really weak actually like the Pikmin video and the Joy-Con Drift one, all with the what the hell word what word sanctimonious defense of I'm only trying to spread positivity as the people are upset for very good reasons. Arlo is the biggest Nintendo glazer on the planet. He's such a good YouTuber. What? He's the only the ones that I feel comfortable with. You know, I don't really watch all his videos though. I watch a few of them. It sucks because I got into Arlo many years ago from the videos calling Nintendo out for the state of Paper Mario. He struck me as a Nintendo fan who still wasn't afraid to call them out for bad moves. It feels like in the last year or so, he's only been getting more positive about Nintendo and now actually defending them from criticism, while Nintendo themselves only got worse and worse. Oh, you see what I'm talking about? Even the YouTubers that you like end up. There's only. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this. There's only a handful of good YouTubers that you can trust. Not to attack the YouTuber you clip, but that I think poor people should be able to play video games too was a way to say it. Interesting. They could have just said, I think a lot of people should be able to experience this game in console. But given the way he responded to the comments, either he doesn't know how to give constructive reason, or at worst, is trying to cover himself. Beat 'em ups? Wait, I cut one of his videos. Okay, so people are against him too, huh? And some ordinary gamers, even though he did got that woman's channel back. Oh boy, so that's three YouTubers that I need to avoid. Oh, that's just great. Mud Thief? I think I heard of that channel before. I heard so many YouTubers state they write off the Switch 2 on their taxes. And I'm just like, huh? How? When? Where? Why? I basically unsubscribed from most Nintendo focused YouTubers I used to watch. what this whole Switch 2 thing is happening. Honestly, if you want the council, get it. Absolutely. But it's the fact that they're being disingenuous. What's that word mean? A lot of them produce all of this forced positivity. Exactly. And yet people would bash me because, Dion, you're not being positive. I don't want to get AIDS. I support the gay community. If you want to tell me I get positive, what? You want to see that I get fucking HIV? It's a joke I'm making up. It's a gay, dark joke, right? Oh my gosh. I never respected Arla. I thought Arla was okay, though. The other YouTubers, they can die in fucking rot in hell. I'm sorry. I fucking hate him. You know why? Dumbo, do not look him up. I'm sorry. I just want to tell you this. Let's just say that he had a plushie that is really offensive and people fucking hate him. I do. Not to mention that motherfucking YouTuber Glider that bullied me. He's a ripoff of Smo. I'm not gonna fucking forget what he did. Saying that, oh yes, you only have 226 subscribers. Yet you basically are trying to pity me by having your subscribe to my channel. Don't watch my videos. It made my channel even worse. I'm sorry, I didn't say this. No, not all YouTubers start somewhere. The same way that everyone starts education somewhere. If that's the case, why do people with special ed, like me personally, struggle to basically study more? No, we don't all start somewhere. At least we're all gonna die in some end. I get it. Yeah, no wonder people like it. Well, yeah, you wonder why. You have so fucking lucky. You know what? I have to call people out because they get so uncomfortable. They do. I didn't say attractive people fucking go to hell. If I see an attractive person, I'm gonna call number one on them. Oh no, wait, no, you fucking did something wrong for existing. You shouldn't be fucking attractive. I want to say this. I need to make a video why attractive people should fucking just be in prison. Oh my gosh. I want to say this very quick, right? That was that name Alejandro. I fucking do not like him. He gives me the ick, right? Beth, she's seen as ugly, but her personality is something else, right? I love Beth. And she, if I could do a tier list of the ugliest total drama characters, she is, well, okay, her and Harold, they're the ugliest ones. Even though Harold is a little weird, he's been bullied by Duncan and the other boys, but he's straight. Yeah, he may add a little pervy among the other girls though, but I still like him as a character. And he got kind of far. Literally, Ezekiel. Well, fuck him though. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm making any sense. I wanna continue with this. Being a hypocrite doesn't. Yeah, Stolas, I agree with you. It doesn't make you a bad person. And I wish people would stop thinking that way. Yeah, everyone is a fucking hypocrite. You know who the people are? See, I wish I was like you, Stolas, because I was exposed to seeing a lot of these YouTubers because thanks to that motherfucking Florida. I swear, Florida fucking sucks. I don't care if this is a safe state. That's your experience. It won't be safe for me. I'm sorry. Like, shut up. Literally. I hate when people say you can travel anywhere. What about your religion? What about your skin pigment? People need to shut up with that. Okay. The reason why they say this is because those travelers have a lot of money that have knowledge of those countries feel safe. Not everyone. There are majority of don't have that. People need to shut up with that. That's why I don't like watching some travel tubers. I'm sorry, they got my fucking nerves. The only ones I like to watch is Jumbinski, Harry something, Matt and Julie. I'm gonna look that up. And then another one that discovered named Myers something vlogs. I only watch a few of those. Let me just play this video. Okay.
About buying this content. I mean, you guys live in a society. You guys complain about society.
So you can't really complain about it. When you yourself have purchased said scummy product, normally feed the machine. I don't understand people anymore. And yes, I understand it's your job and all, but things will only get worse if people don't stand on their principles. So Danny is that YouTuber. You say you dislike some aspects of society, yet you live in it. I don't know what that means.
Yet you still live in it. I just don't understand. I think you guys are really being dramatic. I have over 1 million followers, and I shouldn't be instructing people not to buy it because they hold my opinion in regard. I mean, they have free will. They're free thinkers. Like, I don't understand how that's my problem. But yeah, I empathize and I.
Oh, she's exposing these YouTubers, right? Arlo. I'm a little disappointed. Some ordinary games, and then beat 'em ups. I watched all three of those. Well, ordinary games, I used to, and I don't know who the hell that non-binary person is. Um, this is her channel.
So bad for anybody who can't afford this. Sucks you can't put this as a tax write-off. Not a lot, and we're talking about influencers today. Are we for real? Nintendo and video game influencers. Stop acting as though you care about your audience as consumers and you feel so bad for anybody that cannot afford the Switch 2. I'm sick. Stop making videos pretending as if you can relate to your audience in any way that they can't afford the Switch 2 and you feel so bad for anybody that can't afford the Switch 2 and oh, Mario Kart World is actually so underpaid. It's not worth the $80.
I saw that video. So she exposed him too, huh? See, there's a couple YouTubers I watch. Chaos in the Sky and Steven Plays. They don't get a lot of views in their videos though. They're just number less plays, right? You do? So I hope you're okay, Dumbbell. I'm so sorry. It's probably because of this, isn't it? I hope you're alright. I'm so sorry, literally. Where was I? I'm so sorry. I need to get this out of my system very quick. But then when you need to go, feel free to. Honest, if you need to rest. I forgot what this said. Basically, they bought the Switch too, right? And I'm a little bit jealous. I am because I love Nintendo myself, and I don't blame them for that. In fact, I mean, I just had to watch Let's Plays because I just couldn't take it anymore, right? And it was fun watching them enjoying. But these YouTubers though, and they get a lot of views for it. It's ironic. They say that oh, Mario Kart whatever is boring. Shut up! I grew up with the Mario Kart game. Shut the heck up, will you? And they get so many fucking views. You know, I hate saying this. Just because a video gets a lot of views, it doesn't mean that it's always gonna be a good video. Like that motherfucking prankster that sexually harassed that woman worker. Yeah, let me kiss you on camera. He literally says that, right? And yet you got these fucking brainless fucking parents. I'm not gonna be surprised if their fucking children are gonna grow up being predators. Literally, I'm not gonna be fucking surprised. See that and thinking it's okay to sexually harass people. He got what over 2,000 views under a day. I can barely get 30 if I'm lucky. Okay, 3 for a matter of fact. I'm not going out and sexually harassing someone in the fucking ear. Maybe I wish I was born in a country that is war related. This is gonna sound mean of me saying this because maybe I feel that I should be in war than putting up with this. Because I feel that I could put it up with it. I don't know why. Training for the army. I don't know. Because at least I have some respect for that. Not sexually harassing people. I will get death threats. Commenting, saying that you shouldn't be doing this. It's not okay. You know that's illegal, right? You know that you're doing crimes on video, right? Climbing up on top of a fridges and whatnot. Basically interrupting business. And people don't care. And, you know, I know, see, society is weird. I feel that, yeah, people say society is, but at the same time, it's not. It's just, it depends on the type of society. I don't know how to explain it, you know? And someone said by name, dude, love that name. You should be allowed to criticize something if you bought it. Yeah, that's well, you know what? That person does have a point. And you're disappointed in it. But I second this so hard that these people who act like I bought this game so that you don't have to. Oh, I think I kind of get it. I bought this game so you don't have to. Are really condescending. I bought the Switch 2 bundle with Mario Kart because I thought I'd be worth it. and even the welcome game, because I thought I'd be like, we play from what? From the Wii? They weren't, and I can't get a refund on them. So now I what? I don't get what the oh gosh, I don't get about this comment. I do disagree that you can't buy a product and be, oh yeah, that's true, and be disappointed in it after. But you doing what these guys are doing, yeah, you're just pretentious, not gonna buy anymore. Ain't what? I don't get it. I okay, ignoring the whole Switch 2 controversy is generally just a good idea not to buy any console. It's better to scope it out for a while, wait for the price to drop. Wait for more gain. I agree with that comment. I bought the Switch 2 as well and having it. That's good. That said, there's something wrong with buying something and criticizing a spec that you don't like. Okay, because my Switch 1 was 8 years old. Yeah, and was ready to be replaced. I also have a lot of Switch 1 games I never got to, so the backwards compatibility system sealed the deal for me. I'm not happy about $80, so I'll mostly be playing older games and my backlog. Only got Mario Kart because it was $50 for the bundle race. I would have skipped it at 80. If you have Switch One games that you haven't gotten to, I suggest looking for pre-owned. Right. So all these YouTubers talk, but it's just hot air, no stuff. He's pretty much the only besides Arlo, and yet people say they don't like Arlo. Weird. Gladly given to greed. I'm still a little confused about all
how we shouldn't be splitting that and how Nintendo's so greedy and how this isn't worth this price and that's not worth that price. Stop making these videos. You know why? Because you don't care. You bought it. You co-signed it. You pre-ordered it. You stood in line at 12 a.m. on release day like everybody else. All black and no bone. Light work, no reaction, under no pressure.
yeah, Dumbo, go ahead. I'm so sorry that you had to throw up. Please go ahead.
Vote with your wallet, and you have the audacity to show your face and be like, "Hey guys, it's Budahar here. I just recently purchased the Switch 2. I actually stood in line at 12 a.m. out of curiosity. Not, I didn't intend to get it. It's not like as though I would not get it and how we were supposed to stand up to anti practices. But I just called up my GameStop, and they so happen to have this. Why are we pretending? Okay, if you want it that bad, just get it. Just get it and be with it. Stand, but be for real about it. Be honest. I don't know why these influencers are struggling so hard to be honest with themselves and can't recognize the fact that this is the most hypocritical shit you can possibly do.
So as I got a question, because I'm thinking I need to step up and doing this for my mother because there's only so much I can do. I'll do my best not to sound too. I don't like the word negative. Too drippy, as in too downy, I guess. What topic do you think I should make? What I mean by that, what is something that's bothering you that like what is something that concerns you that you think I should talk about from your perspective? I know I'm not gonna get much viewers, and I know I can do all this cool editing and I need the screenshots because my MacBook can't even hold it. What video do you think I should do? Because I could do it later on today and cover it.
You guys know it. It's giving, oh, let me play you a sad song in the world song's violin. Oh, Nintendo's so greedy. I just can't stand the doing this. They're consumers and pricing people out. Pathetic. At this moment, you're probably thinking to yourself one of two things. One, which is, she is so right. Oh my gosh, she has such a good point. Also, she is really great and talented and smart. And oh my gosh. Or thinking to yourself, what the heck is this girl's problem? Why is she so upset about what influencers choose to do with their money? It's really not that deep and yada, yada, yada. The problem at the end of the day isn't the fact that these influencers want the console. Hell, the problem at the end of the day with this console in general isn't the fact that people want it. I mean, I wanted it. Didn't everybody?
Review and what's Kelda? I hate how YouTubers like complain about stuff like Nintendo, like the Switch 2, and then give it anyway. It pisses me off that the most when they act like it's the best thing ever. Views don't indicate the quality of a video, and I see where you're coming from. That's why, yeah, same here. The black button or the not interested button or don't recommend channel button. Society's 50-50. Yeah. I hope Dumbo's okay though.
Being as a consumer and how far their dollar stretches and yada yada yada, this, that, and the third. My issue is the fact that they're posing themselves as though they care when they actually don't. A very scummy thing to do. Okay, hold your opinion in such a high regard to the point where they are now willing to change their opinions on things and actually change their behavior on things and what to buy and where to get this and stuff like that, depending on what you say. You know the influence that you have on these people. So to turn around and sit here and act like
not Vine Sauce. I've been watching the Switch 2 plus Welcome Tour because he had streamer money. Oh no. But Vine Sauce is awesome. What the hell? I don't watch all of his videos, but the Mario Party ones and the Mario or the commercials, he has the money and he wanted to play the console. Games are meant to be played for one's own enjoyment. I don't see why he shouldn't be allowed to. But annoying for being another Nintendo simp. Plus, no one here said that he couldn't have the console. That's true. He's allowed to buy it. Otherwise, the Switch wouldn't be sold. We dislike criticizing a lot of the consumerism on display that Nintendo fans seem to be doing on a constant basis. Interesting. Yes, and I don't blame him for playing the. I love Vinny. Yeah, same here. And definitely gonna keep watching him. But I think it's pretty dumb that he saw it and said, "Looks like a massive waste of money." But yeah, sure, I'll waste the money. Generally, I think the best timeline is the one where the Switch 2 Welcome Tour said, Nintendo deserved to lose money on it hard. I thought someone in his friend group or chat. So it's I want I know it's my channel, but the thing is, I want suggestions. I can't decide everything myself. Honestly, I don't want you to agree with me on everything. No. See, like what you said earlier, and I'm glad you shared it with me because it made me think more one. Yeah, all the cars are gone. Huh. Like what the hell? Usually to be a lot of cars. Are people really gone during the day? Weird. So Vincent Stumble is a YouTuber. He's a great YouTuber. He is. He's one of the only ones I kind of care about in a way. And he lives in New York, I believe. And he's Italian. Well, Italian American makes sense. He doesn't speak Italian. Dumbo, go ahead and rest. Stos, I hope that you've been reading his comments. It's been going on. Please, yeah, if you need to come back later, you can. I have no sympathy for people who bought Mario Kart Rail and regret their purchase. If they have just waited a week or two, they can right now and informing themselves about potential purchases is a foreign concept. Even that. No, Stolas. I mean, I want anyone that comes here, as long as they're not being abused about it, like those people, you know who I'm talking about, right? That's why I even made you a mod, or I give you the wrench, because I want to know how to react when you block them for. I want you to speak your mind. I'm not the type of those YouTubers that always seem all positive and whatnot. I'm tired of that. I know people don't like that, but screw that. Teletubbies. Oh, if you know what I mean by that. That's why I watch channels like this, because they speak their mind and they have a lot to say.
and whatnot about the fact that you want their dollar to stretch as much as possible and how you don't think these products are worth it and yada 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 and how we shouldn't be buying this that, and yet you go out and buy it, you're contributing to the very problem. Not only is it honestly like misleading, it's giving condescending and it's also giving just insensitive the whole situation in general. To be like, oh, I just feel so bad for the people who are like can't afford it.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Sucks. It just really sucks.
Really sucks.
And I just wish there was something you could do about it, but alas, there's nothing that can be done. It's so scummy and condescending, and I feel like you're treating your audience like they are like dumb. I truly do. It irritates me. Also irritating about this is the people acting as though like this expense. I have to buy it. I'm an influencer. You know, it's a part of my job. I have to do this to people, and it pisses me off. If I'm going to be completely honest, it pisses me off because this idea that the only way to like have a successful maybe Nintendo channel or whatever, just about video games in general, like in order to do that, you have to keep up with the times. You have to at some point. And so I don't think it's impossible. Right? And I'm irritated that nobody is sitting here in this community standing on business. That's annoying. I really hate this idea that like, oh, they forced my hand. Oh, I have to.
Yeah.
I have to, Ruby. I'm sorry. You wrote to stand up for it. Like, it's just so irritating. And I'm sick of this idea of like people complaining about shit but not doing anything. And these people in the video game industry are saying, like, people in just the video game community in general just act like we can't stand on anything in terms of what we consume or video games in general. When that isn't true, we've done it before and we can do it again. How the hell do you think in the world if you're not willing to stand up to something? If you really do feel that bad, don't buy it. Don't support the thing that's going on. Why? What's up? Yada yada yada. But ultimately, if you give in, if you buy this $80 game, you're saying it's okay. You vote with your wallet. They don't care how much you complain. It's not going to guarantee you any good games if you pay this price.
Of course, Dumbbell. Please rest. Don't worry. Solos would keep me company. If you wasn't here, I would have ended the live stream so that you could rest. I think maybe you could just do what you do on streams, but just in video format. Okay. So yeah, basically like what I do just now, right? Like talking about the issues you have with YouTube nowadays. That's a good idea. Now, I want you to be involved because I care. What I mean by that, what bothers you that you think I should talk about? Not just me. That, oh, it's up to you. It's up to you. No, I want to hear your. What I'm trying to say, your voice needs to be heard the same way as mine does. That's why I like YouTube in the first place, because I want to connect with you, Dumbbell. I want you to feel that your voice is being heard. I don't want it to say, oh, like as Cusco would say, it's all about me. It's not. It shouldn't.
Right? I don't know why we're acting like it's so hard to stand on business for something. You don't need it. Just like the same people are out other people's broke, like other people broke for not being able to afford the Switch too. To you influencers, you don't need it. You don't need it. Like it's so condescending, and I can't. It's annoying. It's really annoying. The fact that it sucks. Like, does nobody else get icked out? Because I genuinely get icked out. These influencers who sit there and pretend like they actually care that their audience is, being harmed by the very thing that they're buying, right? These people act as though like there's nothing that they can do when there clearly is something that they can do. They can put their foot down, but they're choosing not to. Why? To line their wallet, obviously.
I want to read this other comment. This is a good video. I love her energy. Not because she's a black YouTuber. Okay. I love him to ignore anything negative about the council after getting one keeps running the wrong way. The tunnel is being pretty money hungry and anti-consumer this generation. And I feel like Arlo, all people would be the first to call them out on them. But it doesn't seem like that will be the case. Pigman 3 being broken for the first few weeks of the console launch is inexcusable. Okay. Yet I never key. Wait, what? Okay, so let me read Dumbo's first. Me and Dumbo, and don't feel hesitant to rest if you need. Me personally, what bothers me is that I'm gonna keep that in mind. Why you should listen to the news me lately regarding YouTube is definitely the updates added. Yes, like there are glitches in the comment section. Wait, still less. Are you talking about if you like? Let's just say, wait, what do you mean by glitches? I'm not sure. There's glitches in the comment section. Really? Oh, I know. Yes, like how when you've been seeing my live streams, there is an ad problem. I know for a fact that I'm gonna make a video on that. Do I? I would get ads that are 56 seconds to even 60 seconds long. Usually it's 59 seconds, right? And you can't skip it until it hits down to, let's just say, the 35 or I don't know, 15-second mark. Um, what else? Oh, that's right. Gambling ads. That's another issue. I've been getting those for some goddamn reason. I do not know why. That's another problem. Oh yeah, I'm gonna think about that. But I know where you're coming from because yeah, that's one of my main issues. Okay, Dumbo, please rest or sleep. Have you ever noticed how when you click on the replies, it will say 21? I probably didn't pay much attention to that source. I think that's interesting. Unless because of my TV, I don't know. I guess I never noticed that. That's interesting. All I know for a fact is that they are those sex bots. Okay, here's what I could tell. If you see comments, right, that have very few likes on them, and then a random one that may have an attractive, see, this is why I don't like attractive much, that has an attractive woman, and it'll say, oh, you know, this video looks lovely, you playing your dog, beautiful video, something like that. It would randomly get 219 on it. That's the problem. YouTube doesn't get rid of those. Not to mention, I'm pranking Zero's videos. I know he did talk about this, but nothing ever changed of how they encourage child sex abuse material to, let's just say, a porn URL. That has been another issue. I've been seeing those a lot. Heck, even one of my other favorite channels that I've been viewing, they've been getting those darn sex botted comments. That's another problem. Like that. It wasn't like this when I was on YouTube. Yes, we did got bots, but not like this. We didn't got bots like that. That's another issue. I'm trying to think of, I mean, I've been on YouTube for so long, but I feel that people wouldn't care enough to hear me speak about it. Of course, the like button, I mean, the dislike button, that needs to be, well, everyone talks about that. Oh, I know. If you had to type a certain comment, YouTube would banish you. Well, they would give you a penalty, a day penalty. That's another problem. Um, they won't tell you what words you're not allowed to type in. You know what? There should be a feature. There are YouTubers, right? Shit. I can think of it. I'm thinking there should be a future. No, because they're gonna find a way, aren't they? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was thinking about when you block keywords, but let's just say people want to block their address so that they won't mind. Hmm. Oh boy, I don't know. I'm bad at this. Um, with ads, sometimes I'll get ads that show up, yes, pornographic content of women, but it's just cropped to their face. Yes. It's a problem with not only videos but with YouTube Shorts. I'm surprised I've never seen that lately. Also, another problem you could cover is the block system. Yes, if you block someone, you should be able to even view. Exactly, so it's exactly. I'll be back. Let me get a snack and I'll talk about this. I'll be back. I'm gonna have fun talking about that. I am. thing is, the price is too expensive. And they're going to look for customers. It's obvious. I know they're thinking that, well, we can't make it too low. Well, if you can't make it too low, then you can get the most customers but either way. That's obvious. No! I'm irritated because it's people. Like, yeah, we get it, got the 5 minutes. Oh! The graphics are cleaner and, so I'll be back. I'm talking to my brother about the Switch too. I'll be back. He likes talking this with me. No, the Switch. You mean break? It's called breaking, right? Basically, people already hacked the Switch 2 already. I think a couple weeks after. Breaking. They would. Okay, so if you hack a Switch 2, they would ban you. Well, his games, but you can still buy it over the console. Yeah. So it's not as though, if you basically do hack the Switch 2, it's not as though you're gonna go to jail for it. If that was the case, they would have done that to people that hacked the Wii. In fact, my Wii was hacked. I mean, not the bad hack, but if I already tell you this, this is why I talk about this stuff. I have met a couple boys online. Well, this is a long time ago, though. I was 16, but they sent me, let's say, some statement and it's hacked. So basically, what that is, it's not illegal. I don't think it should be illegal. Yeah. Well, what do you expect? I mean, look at The Simpsons. They do the same thing. Look at South Park for crying out loud. Yeah. Like, it's going to say iPhone is more like default. I'm just guessing. Basically, to avoid, okay. We actually copyrighted that. There you go. Yeah. Other states have it's a store. I know it's a store. I know it's a store brand. The Kroger is an actual store. Out here we call it Fry's. We the only state in the whole nation that actually has the grocery store. And in Australia, instead of McDonald's, they call it Jack's something. Something Jack's. Yeah. So basically it's McDonald's but it's a different name. They do this a lot in other countries. I don't know. I will look that up. I have no idea. I wish I knew about this when I used to talk to my relatives. Well, okay. That's why my size still is. I'll be back shortly. I'll be back shortly. Thing is, okay, you know, Russia, they have McDonald's. It's like that. I don't know. Well, really, it's really different. they would get copyright for that too, but they didn't. They don't care. They played a whole episode of it. Like Anne and Eric, I think. Because yeah, the government over there, they allowed to play it. It's like that's why private companies they know that they're gonna get bombarded by everything that wants to see. You know, it's the same when we get left over. You know, they're focused on ad purposes when they just have different names on. Hi. Yeah, I'm sorry. I love talking to my brother about conversations like this. I do. Anyway, uh, oh, I decided to microwave my burrito from last night because I was too depressed to eat. So I'm just glad I did. But the block system, I need to talk about that for sure. My brother and I were just talking about how in countries, like let's just say your country, it's so weird that you call Lay's Walker. I'm thinking, is it not copyright? It's not copyright, of course, but it's so funny that your country, though, you're okay. I noticed. Okay, you have frosted flakes, right? What we call it frosted flakes, but in the UK they call it frosties. That's weird in a cute way. It's like that, if that makes sense. I always wonder why in other countries it's like that. I like it for some reason.
But to sit there and pretend like you care is a new level of just irritating. It's very irritating. You really don't think that you could start something. You really don't think that like your voice or whatever can like impact a bunch of people by you saying that you're not gonna buy this. I mean, look at Nintendo. That man is popping off. I'm just saying, like,
He is.
people act like you can't stand on anything when that's not true. You just choose not to. Because what's the safest option? Money in your wallet. And don't sit there and act like you care. And if you want to, don't sit there and act like you care. Now, honestly, there's many videos out there that kind of are the inspiration for making this video today. But there was one particular one that I'm gonna flash up on screen from this channel that really made me click the record button. Let me preface this by saying I don't know this channel from Adam. Okay, I don't know. It could be a great person. All right, I'm gonna try hard not to.
I like how she says, "I don't condone harassment or anything of that nature." Yeah, I'm the same thing too. I just think their decision-making excuses are shitty. That's worth your point. Yeah, just like that fucking Flynn guy that blocked me. I don't want anyone harassed. I just want it to be called out that you shouldn't just be mistreating.
From like this people of like you're greedy and yet I don't know that, and they seem like a relatively small channel too compared to the other ones that I'm more interested in stuff like that. But the way this video came off did not say it. Okay, they were basically doing a review of Mario Kart World and saying whether or not it's worth $80. Apparently, they give reviews for that price, right? Now, whole time watching this video, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, but you bought it. It's not worth that, but you bought it. That's what I'm like playing through my head. But majority of the time when I'm watching this video, but I'm gonna play the clip, the segment that really bugged me. I can't help it.
I got a 55 goddamn second fucking ad. I'll be this goddamn fucking razor phone. Oh my Buddha, Alberta's belly. You see, Stuart, you're right. It's always the fucking cell phone ad, the Lululemon, or the hell that is, etc. I'm not lying. I'm getting a motherfucking 55-second ad. I think. I mean, I feel awful because it sucks that some of these channels are great had to have ads like this against the rail. I fucking hate that. See, I got 3 ads. Number 4. I'm gonna count how many. Oh, it says next. the 16-second mark, right? It says next, right? Even though go to the next ad 5. 5 motherfucking ads, right? I think we should only have 2, not fucking 5. Anyway.
To criticize Nintendo despite the fact that I gave into their business policies and I purchased a Switch myself. But I'll be honest, if I didn't feel like I needed a Switch 2 for my work as a YouTuber, I wouldn't have gotten one. I'm lucky enough to be in a financial position where I can expense, in part because I can write it off on my taxes. But I think most people nowadays are not nearly as fortunate as I am. I would argue that if you're in the financial position where you have to ask yourself whether or not it's worth it to buy a Switch 2, the answer is probably no, which really sucks. Because, like, I know a common response to the criticism is, well, you're just poor, but, like, I don't know. I think poor people deserve to play video games too. I don't know. The whole situation's just really shitty, and I wish that anytime I talked about how much fun I'm having with Mario Kart World, I didn't have to give the caveat of the price is absurd and Nintendo is disgusting. But that's where we're at right now. Can't really separate the game from the price it's at.
Oh no, that whole segment just seemed a little bit kind of condescending to me. I'm like, oh, I do realize how hypocritical it is that I want to switch to and I'm complaining about it, and I do feel bad that you guys, it just sucks that Nintendo is greedy, and it sucks that you guys can't afford it.
Not really.
I bought it. Like you're contributing to the issue. Like I don't.
Yeah, we have more sugar. I don't know. We just like it for some odd reason. I don't know why. But again, I know it's kind of funny that your country has less sugar foods, but you still have an obese problem. It's weird. Your country is one of the most obese like us. It's so strange. I don't know why though. And streaming services are basically just cable at this point. Yeah, they are. Except the fact that you can choose what you want to watch. That's my mother told me that I don't believe her, but it's probably because I my phone doesn't work and I can't download it, and we don't have it right now, sadly, because my mother can't afford it. So you can definitely tell how poor we are because we used to afford it. Netflix, right? As in, I can watch it on the go. I miss using Netflix on my phone. I'm not kidding. It was so nice to watch repeats of One Piece as much as I want. Pardon me. She said that there were ads on it. I believe that. When I use Netflix, I've never seen an ad. Never. I didn't know that's. I don't even know how that's possible. I mean, on my phone or anywhere for that matter.
I just can't take it seriously. Like, if you know what I mean. I can't take that. Again, it's giving like all back, no bone, not standing or something. Like, do you really mean it? Like, that's my thing. Is like, do you really feel bad?
So she's right.
I see. I don't go and spend my money on something that's like I don't know. It's a little cognitive dissonance. I don't know. It's a little icky. It's a little icky and kind of like you're. It's like, oh, I'm sorry because it's like they may not have meant to come off that way, but the way in which they're saying what they're saying definitely sounds like that. And the comment that made me like recoil the most, the cringe, was just like the tax write-off part. Like, oh yeah, like I'm lucky enough, like I have enough privilege and stuff like that as influencer, and for my business, I have to buy this Switch too, and I can just, have it as like a tax write-off. Like, did you need to say that? Like, let's be real. Like, let's be honest. Like, when we're addressing people that, like, can't particularly, like, get the Switch 2 or it's not in their price range, you can't afford it, right? What would make you?
You know what? It's kind of funny you said that. I heard in the Netherlands. No, it depends though. It is offensive. Us Americans, though, I mean, it's a little weird because we work a lot, so it's different. Now I know how Mexicans feel too, though. except for the ones who want to come here illegally and not wanting to be an American citizen and doing for our country. They're not allowed to be here. And same way, if I go to Mexico, of course I'm going to follow their rules and culture. Of course, it is offensive if you ask someone how much they make, or I don't think it's not offensive to ask for a job. But if you ask a Dutch person, how much money do you make? They're gonna be looking at you as though that you're about to kill them. It's like that. So he said Dutch because saying that would be really offensive. I don't ask someone, "Oh, how much money do you make a week?" That's just the dumbest question I could ever. Depending on what it is, I never ask someone how much money they make. I mean, I ask what job they have, but I don't ask, "Oh, how much money do you make a week?" No, because that's not my business. And actually see where she's coming from him saying that. It is a little offensive because it's he thinks that he is one of the sins because he has higher authority. What the heck that means? Compared to the ones that are less fortunate. It's like that. I mean, I do Dutch that find that offensive. How much money do you make? I don't ask anyone that. I don't. I mean, depending on the or whatever, just asking someone that, unless it's a close friend, maybe, I think that is offensive. I mean, hell, maybe that's why my mother tells me not to worry about how much money she makes. Well, she's my mother, of course I'm going to be concerned, but now I get it. It's kind of funny though. Money's pretty sensitive subject for most, but I know in European standards, really, I mean that's what I've heard. The Dutch find that offensive. You can ask what job. You can't ask how much do you make. They don't like that. That's what I've heard somewhere on YouTube. I mean, that's just me though, because I know you're not Dutch, but it's mainly just a way to make small talk for. Yeah, that's true. I guess it depends on the person. Maybe just a handful of Dutch though. I don't know. Something like that. Hell, for me personally, I know this is weird, but I felt that I offended people asking what the religion or language is because where I live is pretty diverse, right? I'm not sure I was like and guilty asking what religion are you? What language do you speak? Because maybe they don't feel comfortable. I think I had a couple incidents like that. They weren't rude, but I mean, I'm just curious because, yeah, like, okay, if you are wearing a hijab, I'm gonna be curious. Not in a bad way. It's to feel isolated in this country. They probably feel more comfortable if someone speaks their language or their mannerisms. Yes, I know my favorite store that I went to though, a lot of people that go there were Muslim. It was nice. Well, I didn't see that many Muslims, but I seen quite a few. I'm thinking, wow, this is nice. I don't know why. It was so cool. I don't want to film or anything because I know in the Islamic globe it's really strict. I could be wrong now. Because I know in their religion though, you can't be doing that. I know that no, that's not always true though, but I see this is why people are thinking I don't care about religion. No. If that it's the same way that I like to wear my scarves in public. I'm not taking it off. I'm not. Or my beanie. No, I'm not revealing my hair. No. I think that's why I can relate to Muslims in some type of level, along with Buddhists as well. Because one, my hair is sick. Two, I don't like to show skin. And three, I like to basically keep other people's privacy. Oh, do tell. What story is it?
The good thing to say is like Yeah, I'm at a position of privilege where I can write it as a tax write-off. Is that relatable to you? Like, do you think that comes off as relatable? It
No,
doesn't.
it's
I
not.
feel like how like that's like a like I feel like that was just unnecessary. It wasn't a necessary thing. So putting that video, like what are you to flex on people? Put it what the purpose of it was. Like I just feel to the point of adding that to the video. It just makes it come off as a little bit more oh, like holier than thou. I look how much privilege I have, privilege check. Like it's very weird. It's very weird. And I also need us to remember that just because something's a tax write off doesn't necessarily mean it's like a good thing, right? Like it's like the influencers that like do tax write offs on like purses that they review, like luxury purses. It's icky. It's icky, and I didn't like that. Another thing that was a little bit irritating to see was the responses that they were giving in the comment section, which I thought were a little bit condescending. I'm not gonna lie. It was these comments talking about basically what I'm talking about, which is you flap your lips and say like this is like awful and like I hate how greedy Nintendo is and then you outright bought it. Like again, it is a hypocritical thing. Like and granted, some of these comments were a little bit like rude and stuff like that, which I didn't like the
Uh huh.
delivery of it. Like, there's a better way to explain your point without being rude.
Wait, that's
Really
disturbing, Sus?
but what I also
I think that's sweet, though. I don't think that's disturbing. I don't know why. I mean, I know my grandmother, she has dementia, but wait, I'm probably gonna read more into it, do I?
because this person in particular taking those comments out of context and saying things like, "Oh, well, you live in a society, right? You live in a society and you complain about it, you know." Which, like, I was like, "What kind of comeback is that? Like, not even comeback. Like, what kind of response is that? Oh, you live in a society and you complain about society. Yet you still live in a society. Like, bitch, I felt like that was so purposely like obtuse. Like, why were you? Why? Because you know you're not right for that, right? You know that's condescending, right? You know that's not the point of the friend thing, right? It's a very dumb and honestly, I think like immature and a big argument. Like, be serious. Like the society is something that you're forced to participate in. No matter you may not like it. Compared to a game console you didn't need to buy, nobody asked you to buy. Not a fair comparison. All right, I felt like that was condescending and a way even so, I would have respected more if they didn't respond, right? Like, I get it, you bought it, whatever. You're hypocritical, okay? Like, you bought it. I would have had more respect if they didn't respond, all right? Or if they were like, yeah, I realize like how hypocritical
She has the point.
maybe I truly do care. Like,
I like this video a lot. I do. I do. I do. It's a good video, I gotta admit.
I don't know. I thought it was another video that irritated me during this time. I'll put the channel up right now. It's from this review channel. Them making a bunch of videos around the time of the direct about how greedy Nintendo is, like how they don't like these anti-consumer practices, how it's awful that they're like alienating the very audience that they cultivated, and yet they still.
Damn, he has a lot of views. Holy crap! Oh my gosh. 600 for these goddamn 7,000? Marco Road is fine, and the Switch 2 isn't. Interesting.
A year, and then they got it off the second market, so they're not directly supporting Nintendo. Like, they couldn't have waited like a month. They couldn't, nothing. None of that. They bought it. And it just irritated me. That really irritated me. My God. And then the audacity, this is what it was even the bigger kicker. The audacity to complain about the welcome code being an anti-consumerist practice known to man by Nintendo. So when they already bought it.
And I'm going to talk about the Nintendo Switch Welcome Tour because I did buy it just to talk about it. You're welcome.
I post-editing cut. I forgot to mention this part. This rubbed me so badly the wrong way when he said this. He was like, "You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome."
He thought he ate that. You're welcome. I bought the. You'll never get another free tech demo in your life. You're welcome. Another free package. You're welcome. I contributed to the. You're welcome. What the? Not only did I buy the Nintendo Switch, price of my own word, I also bought the anti-consumerist tech demo. Kiss my middle finger.
You're welcome.
Kiss it. Kiss it with a ring on it. You know why? You should be thanking me. You should be thanking me that I screwed you guys over and everybody over in the industry. Forget a free package. We paying big bucks, baby. Like, who? No. You actually, you should be ashamed of yourself.
This sits in the industry and kind of what's happening overall. The Nintendo Switch Welcome Tour, which I believe is like $8 or $10, something like that, is a crime. It is a crime against the customer. The fact that this is not a free thing that comes packaged in and instead is a big, hey, that you can also play Nintendo Switch Welcome Tour for extra money when you buy a Switch 2, it's not just that it's criminal because it's a tech demo. It's work. It's glorified.
You might be thinking to yourself, oh, you're angry about what people do with their money.
That's true.
However, I do have an issue with is sitting here and not standing on business and sitting here and acting like you and pretending like you care when really you don't. When you're contributing to the very issue that's keeping them right there. Like you can't sit there and claim that you care. You really can't sit there and claim that you care about anti-consumer practices and you let them know the anti-consumer practices. All right, you can't sit there and get the library and check out the book. No, that's not how this works. Honestly, you might be thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, this girl is so mad about how the way other people spend their money and stuff like that. That was never the issue. You can buy the Switch 2. I don't care. It's your wallet. It's none of my business, right? But what is my business is when you sit there and mislead your audience thinking that you give a about them when you do not. Don't. It's scummy and it needs to stop. I'm so sick of the complaints of, oh my God, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Shut up. If it's not worth it, go return it. Go return it. Go return your system. But you won't, right? You need that money, don't you? This doesn't just go towards the people who are obviously misleading your audience, right? The community, okay? Y'all don't care either. Arlo, I'm looking at you. All right? Don't sit there and pretend. I don't want to hear that shit.
Talking about I'm sorry. I don't want to hear that shit.
People are 100% lying when they act like they don't understand the influence they have. You know how to sway your audience. Stop lying. You know. You know people hold your opinions in high regard. Stop acting like that. If somebody decides to comment, no, I'm not broke. I just don't want the Switch 2 right now. I can afford one if I really want one right now. But I don't. So stay out of my wallet. Be serious. All right. I'm not a stockholder in this company. They provide me with a product. I take the product and I review it. And if I don't like it, I don't like it. And that's what it is. And I spend my money. Okay? This is a transactional relationship. I'm not sitting here rooting like, rah, like, oh, I want Nintendo to be successful. And, oh, like, just smear campaign against a company. I'm not a stockholder. And neither are you. Why are you so invested? But also, the third point is I don't hate any of the people I said in this video. Okay, I don't really hate them. I just think that the choice that they're making right now is very dumb.
It is.
I think it's very dumb.
It is.
And I think you need to stop lying to your audience. All right. If you're gonna buy the Switch 2, be honest. All right. Be honest. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get your bag. I might call you a little bit greedy. I might call you a little bit of a traitor, but at least you're standing in your truth, right? Don't pretend. Don't be honest with your audience. That's all I ask. And if you're one of those people who are teetering, be different. Much farther who are like, with the rest of the road, right? Sticking with Nintendo, consuming whatever Nintendo does and stuff like that, right? Like, why don't you be the one to make a change, take a stand, right? Like, why don't you be the one to be different and be like, no, actually, I'm not buying the Switch 2, and this is why you should. Like, come on, let's stand on business. Nobody's forcing you to swipe your credit card in that debit machine. All right. But with that being said, this will conclude today's Let's Rant session about influencers, Nintendo, and video game related. My name is Kabawatt. Please comment below if you enjoyed this video. Did you not like it?
I did. Well, I'm gonna look up that video. I've seen his channel before. More garbage ad games. I'm gonna keep that one in mind. So I was an emo teen, by the way. Oh, okay. So I awkwardly thanked her, and to my complete and utter shock, she then said, "My goodness, I never seen a god." Stores, I feel awful. We gotta go do that. Oh my! I British people even say that word. Oh my god! Oh my gosh. I'm glad she has dementia. the first time me saying this, I'm glad that she has dementia. Oh my gosh. So that way, oh, I didn't know British people can even say that. I know us Americans, well, in the past, we do say that word, obviously. I didn't know British people even say that. It's so foreign to me. All I know is this Lenka, cunt. Well, and weirdo that you told me that's offensive. That's about it. I didn't know that they'd say that. Oh my. Oh, Mr. Beast AI. I heard about that. Jack, I'm glad you're calling him out. I'm glad you're calling him out. Oh, he's such an emo. And yeah, why the hell is EVP so on YouTube? For God's sake. I mean, yeah, my fucking channel gets taken down. They took it down again? He's gonna get his channel back. He was spamming in the comments. He's gonna come back. I know he will. She's white. I'm not surprised. I'm not. I'm not surprised. So she's one of those people, isn't she? Because a black person, I mean, it's possible, but a black person want to say that. So that's who Lion Maker is. Wow. Yeah, I know all this stuff.
These tweets shocked the thousands of people that saw them.
You know what? I'm gonna subscribe and come back to his channel later. I'd like his video. I may not watch them all because I'm picky, but oh yeah, I heard about the YouTuber stuff. Real versus fake Taco Bell? Oh, nice. There's a cart. Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. You aren't upset? I would be. Well, she is an old woman, so I probably would feel the same way as you do. Because, well, I don't know why. It depending on the how old they are. Talk about the YouTube situation. Well, there's no sense for me to cover it. Yeah, many people already talked about it. I may give it a try later. I mean, I feel the same way because it's an old woman, right? Elderly people, I still have a soft spot. It depending on how old they are. Let's just say they're really old, as in they can't walk, and I don't know, they're not working. Then absolutely. But if it's the ones that still work, and oh man, I still remember this other guy. I don't want to talk about it, but I fucking hate him. I don't think I've been seeing him anymore because he worked at Walmart. He told me, "Oh, you should be don't film me, whatever." And he said it in the most aggressive way possible. I got fucking ticked off. I remember he wanted to touch my plushie too. I should have said, "Do not fucking touch him. Don't." Acted report. I just it's so far for me to speak up, but I totally get where you're coming from. Honestly, I do have a soft spot for you know for watching those videos because it reminds me of I gotta get out of that. Hobbs chopped a real life horror movie. Interesting. It's lagging? No, you can barely hear me? Shit. Mm. This is awesome.